So I was also very worried ki if I'm not able to clear in my third attempt, despite clearing it earlier, what is the probability that I will clear it in fourth attempt? I think definitely UPSC is most difficult, more difficult than IITs, because first thing is the percentage of people who get selected is much less in UPSC CSE. First, engineering gave me analytical skills and problem solving skills that I utilized in my UPSC preparation, so it helped. It was in trend that anthropology is very scoring, so in earlier attempts of civil engineering I was not getting marks. So the very important thing I will look is whether I will get marks in this optional or not.
Today in our Lead IAS Success Podium, I have a very important guest, Abhishek, who has secured 78 rank this time. So let's listen to the story of Abhishek. And as you know, every topper's interview is a very informative and engaging input for all the aspirants. So for better clarity, we will divide this conversation into three parts. First is about your journey, then the strategy, and then the mindset. All right. So we can start talking about your journey. So where are you from and where did you study and how much attempt you took to crack this exam?
Okay. So basically, I am from Jaunpur district of the Uttar Pradesh. Jaunpur is also known as land of bureaucrats.
Oh.
And this was my fourth attempt. In initial three attempts, I could not clear mains. In fact, I failed in prelims in 2023.
Okay.
But in 2024, I cleared all the stages and I got 78th rank.
Okay.
And my optional is anthropology. Actually, my optional, I took anthropology only in fourth attempt.
Okay.
In my earlier three attempts, I took civil engineering as an optional because I did BTech in civil engineering from IIT Hyderabad. I was a 9-pointer, so I thought maybe I will take civil engineering because like mindset was if I don't take it, who will take it, because I'm 9-pointer. But I could not score good marks despite giving my 100%. So I realized that now is the time to shift. So I changed it, especially after when I failed in 2023 prelims. Then it was a reality check for me. Now I had one full whole year. Like it was a blessing in disguise for me when I failed in 2023 prelims. So I shifted to Anthro optional and I started preparing, and I think the Anthro is the reason why I secured this rank also.
Okay. When did you decide that this is my career option? So is it a dream from school time onwards, or is it just started after your BTech?
See, I'm also a little bit confused about this because I don't know from where the seed came. Seed of becoming an IAS officer. I am not sure about from where it came. Some of my villagers tell that in my childhood also I used to tell them that I want to become an IAS officer. But I don't remember that. Like I barely remember telling somebody something like that. But the final concretization that I want to become a civil servant actually happened in my fourth year of college. I started thinking from third year, but in fourth year I completely decided that I will go for the civil services. And like motivation, if you ask, then actually in my college I used to take many liberal arts syllabus, like subjects, psychology, interpersonal relations. I used to participate very actively in national services scheme like cleanliness drive, Swachhata Abhiyan, all those things. So I got a connect with grassroots level people. So I thought that maybe I was enjoying it. So I thought that maybe this is my calling. Then I started exploring more about this service, civil services, and I made my mind that I will go for it.
Okay. Now let's quickly go to the strategy part. So you have gone through a lot of ups and downs, and you have gone through a trial and error method. So every time you tried something, it didn't work out, and you try to improve, and optional change is also part of it. So what did actually work apart from optional in getting this outcome, getting these results in this attempt? What did you change from the previous attempt?
Okay, so I think two factors are there, 2 points I would say very in summary. First is I focused a lot on my answer writing and structuring part, and along with that making notes. This was totally missing in my earlier attempts. I was not very focused on writing answers. In this attempt, in my fourth attempt, I analyzed previous year questions very nicely, and then I made notes. I practiced a lot. I gave a proper structuring. This is the first thing. Second thing is my optional. I took anthropology and optional. At that time, I did my research based on when I talked with my seniors. That is one way of doing research. Then I also went through the syllabus. I started enjoying all the topics that are there. I liked it, like human history and all those things. So I also at that time it was in trend that anthropology is very scoring. So in earlier attempts of civil engineering, I was not getting marks. So the very important thing I will look is whether I will get marks in this optional or not. So in that way, I decided to go for Anthro, and then I gave my everything to Anthro, like having conceptual clarity, answer writing, making notes, all those things. Then I think eventually everything was fell into the place, and I cleared.
Okay. You have a wonderful track record in prelims examination.
Yes.
So what works in prelims?
Not very wonderful because in my initial 2 attempts I cleared prelims, but in third attempt I did not clear. So I was also very worried ki if I'm not able to clear in my third attempt, despite clearing it earlier, what is the probability that I will clear it in fourth attempt? I was very worried. So I started looking differently. That what should I do to in prelims so that I make it 100% proof that I will clear it. So at that time I started analyzing previous year questions very deeply, and eventually I was able to figure out the language. I deciphered the language that UPSC uses in the multiple choice questions, because when you understand the language, that what kind of statements are usually getting correct, what kinds of statements are usually getting wrong, what are the keywords which if present in a statement, then high probability that that statement may be wrong or right. Like that I started looking. In my earlier attempts, I used to barely clear the cutoff, like general cutoff, only 1 marks above the cutoff. But in my fourth attempt, I also cleared forest ka cutoff, forest prelims cutoff. And the most important reason is that I analyzed previous year questions in a very unique way. I went to the language, I developed my own techniques. So, and along with that, of course, multiple revisions of the standard textbooks, all those things I did, and I think I was able to figure out the strategy.
Okay. So when it comes to prelims, you have analyzed it well, and also in prelims, people take two different strategies, and also a combination of both. One is a content-oriented strategy. The second one is a practice-oriented strategy. So were you putting a lot of effort and focus on practicing questions, or were you putting a lot of effort, more effort in reading new content?
See, the first step should be to read all the basic content.
Okay.
Without that, no strategy will work. I should be well aware about all the contents, at least from standard textbooks. I should be well aware about the questions that are asked in the previous year questions. Once I have done this, now I will go to the practice. So in practice, first I started doing all the previous year questions, like 30 years ka previous year questions. I did multiple times, and then I shifted to some, like I used to solve some random test series of some coaching institutes, not for the sake of marks, but for the sake of revision. I used to solve test series just so that I can revise my existing content. This was my strategy, and as you rightly said, some people take both, opt both. So my strategy was both, but more focused on like analyzing the previous year question papers.
Now let's come to the mains part. So in mains, like in the last attempt, you told me that you have prepared very good notes for it, right? So how was the note preparation happened? So did you take each and every keyword in the syllabus and you researched on it and you made note it, or you bought some compilations and made notes out of it? How did you do that?
I made my own notes based on all. I looked at two things. First, all the keywords that are mentioned in the syllabus. That is the most important thing. I made at least 400 to 500 word notes on each topic that is mentioned. Other than that, I analyzed the themes that are repeated in the mains. If you see mains GS paper, you will find that certain themes are repeating, like women, like water. Like in the main syllabus, natural resources as a general term is mentioned. But if you see, the water as a natural resource has been asked multiple times. So we need to put more focus on the water. So in the similar way, I analyzed the themes that are getting repeated. There are some themes which are not present in the syllabus. So those themes I started making notes. So I had very good notes. And as you asked research, yes, I used to do Google research. I also use Chat GPT. Everything I used to take content from multiple places and make it and compile them, put in my notes and make the best out of all the things that are present on the internet.
Okay.
Like that, I made
Okay.
notes.
Okay. Apart from the structure you were talking about in answer writing presentation, so what are the 2, 3 non-negotiable in answer writing for you?
Right. In every answer writing, I personally feel that your answer should have a credibility. Whatever you are writing, you should substantiate it with something. Suppose you are writing a point, try to give one example or data, quote some committee reports, some government website, anything that gives credibility to what you are saying. This is most important. People just write random points. Writing random points won't give you much marks. Right? This is the first thing. Second thing, very good structuring. When I say structuring, your answer should show discipline. When I say discipline, it means proper heading, proper subheading, proper introduction, proper conclusion. Like your answer should look good. Then while reading it should feel good. Those things should be present in your answer. Then only one can score good marks. Other than that, one should try to write crisp point. Not don't extend it too much. Crisp, to the point. Answer the demand of the question. Whatever is being asked, hit the bullseye kind of stuff. All those things, if one is doing, then I think one can score good marks.
You're from engineering background and this is generally a social science paper. So did you feel any difficulty to switch to a social science mode of answer writing?
No. There is no difficulty in shifting from engineering to social science. I think if you see the numbers, most of the engineers are coming into this
Yes.
field, and they are relatively performing better also. Engineering gave me analytical skills and problem solving skills that I utilized in my UPSC preparation. So it helped.
Okay. And how was your interview and what did they ask you in the interview?
Interview, actually, it was the most unpredictable for me throughout the all the stages. uh, it went very unpredictable because 80% of the questions were asked from the civil engineering, which is my graduation subject, and I did not remember much of it. So it went into that direction. 20% questions were only from two or three topics of my DAF. Like whole interview was very narrow, I would say. Like there was not much diversity. So I could not do well in interview actually. I scored only 160 marks, which is less. Still, I got 78th rank because my GS score, like whole mains 830, I got 830 in mains. That is good, so it covered. But like I regret that I should have been more lucky on that day.
Okay. So you got wonderful marks in mains. So did you put any extra effort on ethics and essay paper?
Yes, I did put some efforts. In essay I got 106, in ethics I got 113. I did prepare a lot of notes for essay and ethics. For essay, I made compilation of lot of quotes, lot of books, lot of anecdotes, lot of dimensions, lot of scholars, their viewpoints. All those things I had made my own notes. I tried to replicate in the final answer, and in and ethics also. And ethics also requires like very deep understanding of all the concepts. So my prime focus was to know the concepts that are mentioned in the syllabus. Once I understood that, then it was easy to write. And the good thing is that I was able to complete the ethics paper, because completing itself ensured that okay, you will do something good. So I completed the paper. I tried to give multi-dimensionality to my answers. I tried to bring multiple perspectives. All those things I did. So I think it went well.
Okay. How did you manage current affairs?
Current affairs I did from two sources. First, a monthly a newspaper. Like I used to follow Indian Express daily for 2 hours. I used to read. Then, other than that, a monthly compilation. Like personally, I followed PMF IAS. There is a source for current affairs. Like I will say any source you follow, it's up to you. I liked it personally, so I followed that. And these two things, and I used to revise them multiple times. So it worked, I think.
Okay. Since I'm a little curious, you cracked IIT JE also,
Yes.
and you cracked now IAS also. And among these two exams, like, what do you think is most difficult?
I think definitely UPSC is most difficult, more difficult than IITs, because first thing is the percentage of people who get selected is much less in UPSC CSE. First, second thing is that in UPSC you get like the journey can get any long, like 6 attempts are there for general category. You don't know when to stop, but in IIT JEE only 2 year time is given, fix. Now your mindset is that I have to give everything in these 2 years. If not, then you can move forward. But UPSC as a journey has more mental pressure. It gives more mental pressure because it is very unpredictable. IIT, I would say, is more predictable. UPSC is more unpredictable. It is my personal opinion. So yeah, that is the.
Okay. Now let's come to the last part, that is about the mindset, which is very important. Didn't you think about a plan B?
Yes, I have a plan B. I had a plan B, sorry. I had a plan B. I wanted to become teacher. I used to enjoy teaching. I had earlier taught mathematics to IIT aspirants. Like I gave crash course to them, 10th, 11th, 12th class. And I really enjoyed. So I thought that one day if I'm not able to clear UPSC, I would go for teaching. And I was very happy that if I have to do teaching for the rest of my life, I would do it happily. Yeah.
All right. And also, this is something that I asked to everyone, every topper. What is the percentage of luck in your success?
Percentage of luck. There is a very famous quote by Machiavelli. He says that fortune favors the brave. If you are brave enough to do basic minimum that are required in UPSC, basic minimum like completing all the notes, doing proper answer writing, being honest with oneself, putting your 100% with honesty, not at least not lying to myself, not lying to oneself. If I am doing that bravely, then luck will favor me. And luck has great role to play in this exam, certainly. But luck only happen when you have done your part. Like it comes only when once you have exhausted everything that you have, then luck acts on that. And in this attempt, like I think I got lucky, but like barring the interview part, I got 160 marks. But still, if I have to see overall, I say that I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that universe helped me, and luck has definitely a great role.
Okay, and some people interpret luck as their support system, and you must also have a support system, right? Your parents or your family members. I mean, what was your support?
See, my support system, fortunately, I got very good family in terms of support that they provide me. My parents, my brother, sister, my friends, everybody is always available for me whenever I needed them to talk about anything. So they were there. So in that way, I was very lucky because they did not create any obstruction for me.
Okay. How did you pick up after every failure? Because I'm a teacher. When I teach students, after one or two failure, they have this prejudice that I'm not good enough. So the chances are less. And many people leave UPSC preparation, but you have that patience and you bounce back after each failure. So what actually helped you to kind of sustain this moment?
See, failure is not negative. We have this notion that failure is something negative about ourselves. No, failure is just one step towards success. Failure is like one stone. You have to climb on that. So with each failure, in fact, I refine myself more. I know more about what qualities that I have, what qualities I don't have, what is needed more. Like failure refines me. I would say I am lucky that I failed. If I had got my success in first attempt, I wouldn't have developed a good mindset for my life. Multiple failure gave me mindset for life, and I am proud of it.
Great. And also there are so many aspirants who wish to become IAS officers like you. And what is your message? What is the lesson that you learned over a period of time that you just wanted to communicate to the future aspirants?
I would say that UPSC is one exam, of course, very good exam, very nice exam, but it is not the end of life. UPSC journey is unpredictable. It may go any long. You may take multiple attempts, and eventually there is a chance that you may not clear it because only 0.1% clear. So first thing, have a plan B ready in your mind and execute that plan B only after you have exhausted 3 attempts at least. You have given your 100% to 3 attempts, then you can go looking towards your plan B. First, second, consistency and hard work. I know the journey can go very long. We need to be persistent. We have to be consistent. We cannot give up. Like you see this year's AIR one, it was her 5th attempt. She failed in multiple prelims also. Still she could clear. So you never know. But the basic condition is that are you giving your 100%? If you are giving 100%, then please be consistent. But if you are not giving 100% and you are wanting for that consistency, it will not work. Give your 100% to the future aspirants. I want to say some years are there when we have to give our everything. These are the years when you prepare for UPSC. So give it. It is unpredictable. Pray to God, because luck is involved there. Have a plan B ready. Have a positive mindset. Have some hobby. Enjoy your life. Be connected with good people who inspire you. That's what my message.
Okay. How did life change after the result?
Yes, it has changed in a way that I feel more gratitude now. I am very thankful to God. Second thing, I feel much more responsibility. Like after this success, I have seen how people are treating me, and like giving a lot of respect. So when they are giving me respect, what I am feeling is that I have more responsibility towards society, because they are giving respect because they are expecting more of me, right? There is a high expectation that he will do something. So I am feeling gratitude and I am feeling responsibility. These are the two words I would say.
Okay. Great, Abhishek. It was a good conversation. And eventually, I would say that actually the target point is not to become an officer, but to become a good officer.
Right.
That's very important. The journey lies ahead of you. And
Right.
our country wants to become a developed country by 2047. And you will be leading that transformation. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.